Kanye West, the multifaceted artist known for his groundbreaking contributions to music, fashion, and culture, has found himself embroiled in yet another legal controversy. This time, the dispute centers around his 2021 album Donda, a project that was both critically acclaimed and commercially successful. The album, named after West's late mother, Donda West, was a deeply personal endeavor, blending introspective lyricism with innovative production. However, the legal battle that has emerged casts a shadow over the album's legacy, as West faces allegations of copyright infringement related to two of its standout tracks, Moon and Hurricane. The case has culminated in a federal judge ordering West and his associated companies to pay $52,015 in attorney fees, a decision driven by what the court described as uncooperative behavior from West's legal team. The lawsuit was initiated by Artist Revenue Advocates, LLC, a company representing the interests of songwriters and producers who claim their work was used without proper authorization. According to the plaintiffs, West included their contributions in Moon and Hurricane without obtaining the necessary permissions, despite acknowledging their involvement in the album's credits. These two tracks were significant components of Donda, an album that resonated with fans for its emotional depth and experimental soundscapes. Moon, featuring haunting vocals and minimalist production, and Hurricane, a collaboration with artists like The Weeknd and Lil Baby, were among the album's most streamed songs, reportedly generating $15 million in profits. The financial success of these tracks has only intensified the stakes of the legal dispute, as the plaintiffs argue they were denied their rightful share of the revenue. The core issue revolves around West's alleged failure to secure approval from the songwriters and producers before incorporating their work into the album. In the music industry, such permissions are critical to ensuring that all contributors are fairly compensated and credited. Copyright law protects the intellectual property of creators, requiring explicit agreements for the use of their work in commercial projects. By including the contributions without approval, West's actions allegedly violated these legal standards, prompting Artist Revenue Advocates to file the lawsuit. The plaintiffs assert that their intellectual property was exploited, and they are seeking not only financial compensation but also recognition of their contributions to the album's success. West's response to the lawsuit, or lack thereof, has been a focal point of the case. Reports indicate that his legal team resisted efforts to comply with the discovery process, a critical phase in litigation where both parties exchange relevant documents and information. The plaintiffs made 65 attempts to obtain essential documents from West's team, but these efforts were met with obstruction, delaying the legal proceedings. This non-cooperative stance frustrated the court, which viewed it as an attempt to hinder the judicial process. In response, the federal judge intervened, issuing an order for West and his companies to cover the plaintiffs' attorney fees, totaling $52,015. This amount, while relatively modest compared to the reported $15 million in profits from the tracks, serves as a penalty for West's lack of cooperation and a reminder of the importance of adhering to legal protocols. The Donda copyright dispute is not an isolated incident in West's career. The artist, known for his bold creative decisions and outspoken personality, has frequently found himself at odds with legal and industry norms. His approach to music production often involves pushing boundaries, but this has occasionally led to conflicts over intellectual property and creative control. The Donda album itself was a complex undertaking, marked by public listening events, multiple release delays, and a rotating cast of collaborators. While these elements contributed to the album's mystique and cultural impact, they may have also created an environment where oversights, such as failing to secure proper permissions, could occur. Beyond the legal ramifications, the case highlights broader issues within the music industry regarding the treatment of songwriters and producers. These behind-the-scenes contributors are often essential to a song's success but may not receive the recognition or compensation they deserve. The Donda dispute underscores the need for transparency and fairness in how artists and their teams handle intellectual property rights. For West, the financial penalty is a relatively small setback given his wealth and influence, but the reputational damage could have a more lasting impact, particularly among peers who value creative integrity. Interestingly, this legal battle coincides with other developments in West's personal life, adding to the public scrutiny he faces. Reports have surfaced of tensions with his ex-wife, Kim Kardashian, over their daughter North's fashion choices during a recent trip to Italy. North, who has already begun to carve out her own public persona, wore a bold outfit that sparked debate, with West reportedly expressing discomfort despite his own history of encouraging provocative fashion. This personal conflict, while unrelated to the copyright case, paints a picture of an artist navigating multiple challenges on both professional and personal fronts. The Donda album remains a landmark in West's discography, celebrated for its ambition and emotional resonance. Tracks like Moon and Hurricane showcase his ability to blend genres and collaborate with diverse talents, but the legal dispute serves as a reminder of the complexities behind such projects. The court's decision to impose attorney fees is unlikely to resolve the broader issues raised by the lawsuit, which may continue to unfold as both parties negotiate or pursue further legal action. For now, West's refusal to cooperate has cost him financially and drawn attention to the importance of respecting the contributions of all creators involved in a project. As the music industry continues to evolve, cases like this highlight the need for clear communication and legal agreements among artists, songwriters, and producers. West's influence as a cultural figure remains undeniable, but his handling of this dispute may prompt other artists to approach collaborations with greater caution. The $52,015 penalty, while a small fraction of the profits generated by Donda, serves as a cautionary tale about the consequences of neglecting legal responsibilities in the creative process. For fans of West's music, the dispute is a sobering reminder that even the most celebrated works can be marred by behind-the-scenes conflicts, underscoring the delicate balance between artistic freedom and legal accountability.